Hi, this is Dizzy, and I want to talk about narcissistic personality disorder and how not everyone you dislike is a narcissist. I've made a lot of videos about narcissism and cluster B in general for the past half a decade. So, about 5 or 6 years ago, I would often get hit with, "What's a narcissist?" if I was talking about it. And now everyone thinks they know exactly what it is and that they can pinpoint somebody. And that's a bit dangerous because a lot of people just assume if they don't get along with somebody, that person must be a narcissist. Anyhow, NPD is the new black. It's really gone from being a personality disorder within the last 5 or 6 years to being a buzzword that means my ex or someone I don't get along with. The DMV-5 even made some changes. Grandiose fantasies are a symptom, but not the core of NPD. And grandiose fantasies mean you think you are just, the world revolves around you. I recently found out that the world does not revolve around me, and I am shook. But anyway, narcissists can feel. They do have emotions. They are on the cluster B with antisocial and borderline histrionic. And that a lot of people think that if you're a narcissist or you're a sociopath that you have no emotions, can't feel anything, and that's not entirely true. Especially pertaining to narcissists. I'm not talking about antisocial psychopaths, all of whom have severe NPD traits. I'm talking about just plain narcissists right now. There's talk of renaming the disorder as vulnerability aversion disorder. Which, that's a mouthful, but it makes a bit more sense. Fearing vulnerability requires the emotions of anxiety, rejection, it requires a desire for acceptance, and it requires expectation. Basically, it requires the ability to get your feelings hurt. NPD is a bit of a spectrum, like most personality disorders are. And while both overt and covert narcissists present differently, extreme emotional vulnerability is at the core. Alexithymia is common in NPD and many other conditions, including Asperger's, which I have, and also in personality disorders or even in depression. But it's very common in narcissists, which means they do feel, but they cannot identify the emotions. Narcissists can never really feel content. Whether it's a grandiose narcissist or a vulnerable narcissist, they are constantly dissatisfied with themselves and everyone around them. So, not every jerk you meet has NPD. Even psychology today, big surprise, is cranking out non-stop fear-mongering, run from narcissists, they're so scary, articles non-stop. If you look at the comments on the articles, that's where it gets truly terrifying. Because everyone just got dumped by a narcissist or was raised by a supposed narcissist. It's ridiculous, it's irresponsible, and it's misguiding people into thinking everyone is a narcissist. Now, my interest in the disorder is a bit more of, my interest in criminal psychology. So I'm more interested in how a more criminal narcissist would be, a more criminal antisocial. There are pro-social psychopaths out there. But the thing is that, that's entirely different than just saying that everyone that has a personality disorder. My BFF isn't nice to me anymore. She's a narcissist. I got dumped by someone who was lazy and procrastinated a lot. He was a narcissist. And you know, a lot of people really have left bad relationships with narcissists and other people on, you know, the cluster B spectrum. And, you know, at first it might seem like, wow, I'm not alone. People might understand me. And then you really kind of dig in and see that, you know, a lot of these people claiming to have been with narcissists were actually either a bit wacky themselves, or they just need something to blame a failed relationship on. So, I mean, yeah, a lot of people have dated narcissists, and a lot of people have been raised by narcissists and stuff, but be careful labeling everybody you know, okay? You know, I mean, it really did go real quick from when I started this channel and started getting really into psychology when I was in college, with people saying, what is narcissistic personality disorder? And that allows me to go on a big monologue about it and what it is, from me mentioning that I make videos on narcissists, to getting someone's entire life story about how everyone they've ever met is a narcissist. And it's really strange, because a lot of those people that say that, and are just severely in belief that everyone they know is a narcissist, have either been involved with what I would actually call sociopaths, rather than just narcissists, or they seem a little cluster B themselves, or have been outright diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. Because I can tell you right now, borderline loves to call everyone they know a narcissist, a psychopath, or an abuser of some kind. Which, I mean, you know, it is what it is, but it really undermines people who actually have dealt with those things. And obviously, my interest in it just comes from more of a professional perspective of being very interested in criminology. So, anyway, that is my Mother's Day rant, I guess. So, I hope everyone is having a good Mother's Day, and do a bit of research on this disorder if you do believe that someone you know has it, before you run around labeling people. Thank you, and have a good day.